Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be checking out this Anker Prime 12,000 milliamp hour portable battery. Um, this is like the smaller version of the 20,000 and the 27,000 version. Um, and this one pushes out. I'll go ahead and give you the look around the box here. And then some safety information. Let's see if I can turn the box down around here. Alright, you can pause that and read it for yourself if you want the specifications. And then, but yeah, so this power bank is really cool. This is like the first one that really I kind of like, because I've been using the power core as previously showed in one of my videos. And the cool thing, it's got some weight to it. And I like the textured sides. Got like a rigid side. It's got two USB-C ports on top, which obviously everybody's going to switch to USB Type-C. And occasionally you'll get the people that do also like USB Type-A. And with this, as you can see, the only flaw, or the only, an Anker, if you're watching this video, I want to say I love your products, and I'm going to be an Anker fan for life, but I wish when you do a refresh of this item, kind of like make, like, where the screen is, kind of make it like, just like glossy black, and then have this bottom part right here, it's just kind of like frosted or like matte, so that way all this is not like a fingerprint magnet and a dust magnet. But I'm going to turn it on and show you. There's only one button on the side here, controls everything. You turn it on, it'll say Anker, and it's got your battery percentage. I charged this up last night. And you press again, it's got your, if I can show you there, it's got all your cycles. I did one full cycle, and then it shows you there. And then go to your settings, and then there's set of other settings, and there you go. And with this, it'll tell you, if I can get down here again and show you, it'll tell you how much, it'll tell you like the Celsius and the Fahrenheit or whatever, total cycles, all that good stuff. And obviously your settings, you switch however long you want that screen to stay on. I keep it as default to preserve battery life. And then your screen brightness, if you also want to preserve battery life as well for this, you can kind of dim it down to medium, but I keep it on high. So let's go ahead and plug some stuff in. I'm going to show you how this works. I got one item, one thing I got to plug in just for demonstration purposes. So, got my Woobin C3 flashlight here. Uses USB Type-C. And when you purchase this from Anker, you will get, obviously, the battery bank. You'll get a USB Type-C to USB Type-C and a carrying bag, or carrying cloth, whatever you can call it. So, let me try to do this with one hand here. And do this right without making everything fall over. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose it. You don't really matter what port you choose. So I'm gonna try to do this with one hand without making it fall over, because I hate that. We'll just do C1, and then, and as you see, it will kind of estimate. It'll kind of fluctuate right now. And as you see, C1, if I can get real close there, that is how much wattage it's pulling out, or it's requiring. That's how long it's going to take to, I guess, for this battery to fully deplete. And then, oh, it just went off. So, it does, the screen does time out, so you want to press it again. I can get it here. And you can see again. And then that's how much But yeah, it is charging. So let's see, is it charging? Let's see here. Yep, it's charging. So that's for that one. So let's plug up something else that really isn't that drastic. So let me put it back up here again. And like I said, it's this, let's see, its remaining charge is 7 hours and all that stuff. And then obviously the C1, it shows you the wattage. And then, but yeah, that's how it really works. And it pushes out 65 total output. So if I'm going to say this correctly, and you can correct me in the comments, if you have two devices plugged up simultaneously, it will, from what I've been told, or what I've heard, it will push out 130 watts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm right, let me know. But I do know that one port will be like 65 watts, and then for two ports, it's like a combined like 130 watts. I don't know. But the point is, you really need, if you're going to travel, and if you're wanting to travel and then you're looking for a battery bank that's going to kind of make it through the day, try this one. Or if you have more tech available, or if you have more devices that you take along with you, then I would bump it up to a 20,000 mAh, or even if you got more devices that require more energy, then I would bump it up to level 3, which is a 27,650 mAh. But this is just good for small travel, light travel at that, maybe a week, or a few days in a hotel, go on a vacation to a beach or whatever, and that way. All you just need is your cable, USB Type-C to USB Type-C, plug your phone in. If you got just one device, it's all it's good for. But again, like I said, I wouldn't advise plugging this up to like a power-hungry laptop, like a MacBook Pro or something like that, like an Alienware. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't advise it, because this will drain very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, if you plug this up to a laptop, this battery will actually deplete within like maybe an hour at that, because laptops these days are very power hungry, and you really don't want to drain the battery the first day. But yeah, this is good for trips, and how you see here, it's still going. It's great for trips, small trips, vacation, whatever. It's very portable. It comes with a little Alcantara travel bag, whatever, and so it don't hurt the screen, whatever. And honestly, it's very affordable. It's very light. Well, I wouldn't say it's lightweight, but it's the lightest out of the bunch. So, but yeah, I mean that's the Anker Prime 12,000 milliamp hour portable power bank. Now, just another little thing too. I'm gonna turn this back on and tell you a little bit more about it. Now, here's a little tip, and here's some tips and tricks on how to preserve your power bank and how to get the most out of it. Now, I see a lot of YouTubers. Now, see, it'll fluctuate based on, and also this thing has got a smart, intelligent systems in there where it will protect your connected devices. Meaning, if it senses your devices are going to overheat, it will adjust it accordingly, and it will adjust the output as need be. So, but yeah, the tips and tricks is how to really preserve. I see, like I said, a lot of YouTubers, as soon as they get it, they pull it out, start plugging stuff in, and doing it that way. That's fun and all because you get too excited or whatever. But the proper way is as soon as you get something that needs recharge, if it's brand new, if it's rechargeable, like lithium ion, or uh, if it's got something like if it's on the GAN Prime series, like gallium nitrate cells or whatever, then I would recommend, instead of plugging stuff in as soon as it gets out of the box, fully charge it first, so that way it will be staying at its peak performance and optimized at all times. And make sure when you do complete cycles, like full cycles, make sure you drain all the way down to 0, and then bring it back up to 100%. And also, another little I guess a little trick or a tip is, when you have this charging, pay attention to the wattage. Because if you have this on plugged in like an outlet or another power adapter or whatever, plugged into the wall or whatever, pay attention to the wattage. Because what you don't know is, even if it says 100%, the wattage, if it's still drawing wattage, that means it's not done yet. You might see this and say, oh, it's got 7 hours and so many minutes left on it. But really, what they didn't tell you is, you look at the wattage, and if it's only pulling like 1 watt or less than 1 watt, I mean, you can unplug it. It's fully done. It's fully complete. So that's a lot of YouTubers that don't really tell you that, but just pay attention to the wattage. If you're drawing maybe like 1 watt or 1 amp or whatever, especially the watts, then, and if this says all zeros, and if that says 100, and the wattage says, like, say, for example, like 0.1 watts, you're safe to unplug it because it's fully charged. That's a little tip and trick to help you get the most out of it. So pay attention to that. And also, you can find these on Amazon, eBay, for a relatively low price. But for the bigger ones, like the 20,000 and then the 27,000, they're quite expensive. But another thing I didn't show you is, if I can do this with one hand here. Actually, I'm gonna unplug this right now and show you, because I'll charge this up a little bit later. So bear with me here. I don't want to destroy this cable. But okay. So, and to power it off, fully power it off, just hold it. Okay. It's got these pogo pins, or charging pins. Everybody calls them pogo pins, but I call them charging pins. But this can also act as a dock. I mean, like if you have, like, say, the 20,000 milliamp hour Anker Prime power bank that you bought, say, with a bundle with the charging dock, the magnetic charging dock, this will work on that as well too. So it's really cool that they did it like that. So not only can you charge this one, the 20,000 and the 27,000, but if I were you, and then, like I said, I know the charging bases are like kind of pricey, they're like $80 a pop, but honestly, if it was me, or if it was just like, if I didn't know what else to do and I wanted to be more efficient with my devices and my charging devices, what I would do, and you might think I'm crazy for doing this, but I would actually buy, like, probably one for each room, and then buy a charging dock for, separately for each room as well too. So for example, if you have family come over, or if you have friends come over and they need a top up or something like that, and you're using this one as well too, and both ports are occupied, you can tell them to go in the next room and grab that one off the charging dock, and they can use it while they're at your home, and do it that way. Or if you're having like a large party or whatever, and everybody's phones are pretty much dying, and all the outlets are pretty much occupied, then I would recommend getting a bunch of these, and then putting them in every room, or not every room, just some rooms, and then having them use them while they're there. But that's pretty cool. I like the design. And Anker, like I said, about the black screen. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to keep your item pristine, just wipe it down, and you'll be good to go. But again, like Anker, if you're watching this, I love your products, and this is like the first Prime one I have that I bought, and I will keep it because I think Anker is the way to go for all your charging needs. Because honestly, Anker does a wonderful, wonderful job on their products. There's a few products from Anker that really doesn't fit my applications and doesn't fit my needs. So I chose this one because it has a screen. It tells me how much battery I have left, tells me the remaining status, tells me how much wattage I'm pulling out, or vice versa. It tells me how many cycles I do. I can change the settings on the go if I have to. And it's dockable. I mean, what more can you ask for? But yeah, like I said, find these on eBay and Amazon and all that good stuff. But honestly, to start off with, pick up the 12,000 and see for yourself. And if you need to, bump it up to 20,000. And if you got more devices, go all out and bump it up to level 3 and get to 27,650 mAh. And speaking of which, this, from my understanding, is airline safe. So TSA approved. You won't be without a power bank, because this is, I believe, low wattage hours. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But yeah, that's the Anker Prime 12,000 mAh power bank. And like I said, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow, and it really helps the algorithm of YouTube, so it recommends more people to watch these kind of videos. And always like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't get on future videos just like this. And if you want to see something a little bit different, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do as far as, you know, because I always do like flashlights and battery banks and gaming tech and gaming console tips and tricks and all that. But if you want to see something kind of like in between, just let me know, and then I'll try to see what I can do. If I can't do it, I can't do it. But if I can do it, I will do it. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.